Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Ding,
Here.
Councilmember Harrington,
Here.
Councilmember Menchaca,
Here.
And we will now have some announcement from our, oh, sorry, I skipped a very important one. Pledge of Allegiance by Vice Mayor Tony Ding, and it's myself. Okay, please stand and face the flag. Put on your right hand over your heart. Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will now have some announcement from our Assistant City Clerk.
Tonight's meeting is live streamed on Cable Channel 3 and our online platforms. Please email all public comments to cityclerk@sgch.org no later than the time the item is considered by the council tonight. Comments will be read for up to 3 minutes each. Comments received after the end of the public comments section will be forwarded to the City Council after the meeting. If you wish to address the City Council, please complete a speaker's request card and hand it to the City Clerk staff in the front auditorium. If you wish to be added to the distribution list to receive City Council agendas, please email your request to cityclerk@sgch.org.
Number one is to approve the agenda order. Are there any objection to the agenda order?
Mr. Vice Mayor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but might I suggest for tonight's meeting, we are still waiting for a couple of our elected officials to arrive. So perhaps we can move the business portion of the agenda to the beginning in front of the presentations. We can take the consent calendar and new business item 7A and then proceed with the agenda as it's ordered after that.
So moved.
I'll second.
So, motion made by Councilmember Harrington and the second by Councilmember Menchaca. Assistant Clerk, please take a vote.
Councilmember Harrington,
Aye.
Councilmember Menchaca,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Ding.
Aye.
Motion passes by a vote of 3-0.
This one, right? Okay. Yeah, I think next item is number 3, public comments.
Public comment. This is the time set aside for members of the public to address the City Council on items of interest that are not on the agenda but are within subject matter jurisdiction of the San Gabriel City Council. Pursuant to the Brown Act, the City Council cannot answer any questions or take any action until such time as the matter may appear as an item on the future agenda. If you wish to address the City Council, please complete a speaker's request card and hand it to the City Clerk staff in the front auditorium. All public comments will be limited to a maximum of 3 minutes. I will give you a 30-second warning as you approach the end of your time. As a reminder, please be respectful of all speakers, regardless of the position they take on any items. When speaking, please state your name for the record.
Any public comment? All right, so first, public comments of the Jeff Welcher, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this 3 minutes. I just wanted to say that I was just here on the 8th last week, applying for one of the vacant seats, and it has inspired me. I've been motivated to become more civically engaged. I want to thank you for that opportunity. But as a result of that interview, my mother-in-law said, had I been running for city chaplain, I would have been voted in hands down. And so I took that as encouragement. The day that I ran, or the day that I interviewed, I was reading in the Bible that morning, and a psalm came to my mind as I was reading, and the scripture from Psalms 107, "Let them give thanks to the Lord for his faithful love and his wondrous works to all humanity. Let them exalt him in the assembly of the people and praise him in the council of the elders." And so I just wanted to take this opportunity to acknowledge that I think there's a real favor on the city of San Gabriel from God. He's the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, he's the King even of San Gabriel. And a couple final comments. On the 11th of February, I was reading in the Proverbs, and Proverbs 11 says, "When the righteous thrive, a city rejoices. When the wicked die, there is joyful shouting." Keep that on the down low. "A city is built up by the blessing of the upright, but it is torn down by the mouth of the wicked." Just to reiterate, when the righteous thrive, a city rejoices. Also in Proverbs 11, verse 14, "Without guidance, a people will fall, but with many counselors, there is deliverance." And finally, something I read this morning, Proverbs 15. I'm reading a proverb a day. It matches the day of the month. So today was the 15th. I was in Proverbs 15. "Plans fall when there is no counsel. With many advisors, they succeed." So I just want to speak a blessing on you counselors, and the two new ones. And I want to speak favor, and wisdom, and applied knowledge, and I want to see you all succeed and have joy in your jobs. I just want to say that. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Welch. Next.
Next item is consent calendar. All items listed under consent calendar are considered routine, and recommendations will be approved in one motion unless a member of the city council or public requests separate discussion. We have not received any requests from the public to pull any items.
Would any council member like to pull any item separate discussion?
If no one's pulling, I'll move item 4.
And I'll second.
Okay, it's a motion made by the council member Harrington and the second by council member Machenga. And the assistant clerk, please take the vote.
Councilmember Harrington,
Aye.
Councilmember Menchaca,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Dean.
Aye.
Motion passes by vote of 3-0.
Next item, please.
The next item is public hearing. There are none. Next one is continued business, also none. And next is item number 7, new business. Item A, second amendment to the city manager employment agreement between the city of San Gabriel and Mark Lazzaretto. City Attorney Lemieux will make the staff presentation.
Sure. You guys can hear me okay. This item concerns renewal and extension of the contract for the city manager, Mark Lazzaretto. As the city council is aware, previously in closed session, a favorable performance evaluation was performed with Mr. Lazzaretto, and as a result of that, the city council gave instruction to prepare an amendment to the contract. This amends the contract in 2 respects only. First, it extends the city manager's term of employment by an additional 3 years. And secondly, it increases the city manager's base salary by 6%. Other than that, the contract remains the same. And Mr. Vice Mayor, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Keith. Does any council member have the factual question for staff to clarify the report?
They better not, because I can't make it any
Okay.
clearer.
All right, okay, good. Now, time for the council deliberation and the discussion. Who would we like to start it?
I don't have anything to deliberate unless Somebody else?
I don't either. I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay,
Public comment. Public comment.
public comment?
Vice Mayor, we haven't received any public comments for this item.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So, Assistant Clerk, please take the vote.
Councilmember Harrington,
Aye.
Councilmember Menchaca,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Ding.
Aye.
Motion passes by a vote of 3-0.
Next item, please.
So, Vice Mayor Ding, I would suggest that we move to the presentation portion.
Okay.
And we can start with C, which is the proclamation for the Kiwanis Club.
Okay,
And then we can go through to the COVID update, and then we
Okay.
can do the rest of the agenda.
okay. The next item, please, for the, item C.
Item C, proclamation for Kiwanis Club Pancake Breakfast and Egg Hunt. Vice Mayor Ding will make the presentation, and Kiwanis Scholarship Chair Dr. Chastity Jennings Nunez will accept the proclamation.
Let me read the proclamation first, maybe, and let Dr.
She's right here.
Oh, she's, I think,
And there's a
okay, all right. The proclamation is for the San Gabriel Kiwanis Club, pancake breakfast fast and egg hunt. Whereas the 77th annual pancake breakfast and egg hunt is sponsored by the San Gabriel Kiwanis Club and the Community Service Department. And whereas this program is part of a Kiwanis Club Youth Gardens Works. And whereas the program include egg hunt, pancake race, entertainment exhibit, and family-style pancake and sausage breakfast. Now therefore yet resolved, and I, Tony Ding, Vice Mayor of the City of San Gabriel, on behalf of the City Council, Council members Denise Mechanga, and John R. Harrington, do hereby proclaim Saturday, April 16, 2022, as San Gabriel Kiwanis Club Pancake Breakfast and Egg Hunter, and encourage all San Gabriel residents to participate in this program. Thank you, the Kiwanis.
Dr. Chastity, you can say a few words.
I just want to say thank you on behalf of the executive board for the Kiwanis of San Gabriel, and encourage everyone to come out on April 16th and support this event. The Kiwanis of San Gabriel have been here since 1927, so 97 years, and this is the 77th pancake breakfast event, which goes a long way in supporting the activities, which include a scholarship fund, our luncheon for our first responders, and our teachers luncheon. So I really hope that you will come back out. We weren't able to have the event last year, so this will be a welcome back to our new normal. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nuis. And our council member, Menchaca. Sorry, pronunciation. Okay. You have speak. Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Although I am the president of the San Gabriel Kiwanis Club,
Yeah.
Dr. Chastity Nunez is on the executive board, so she gave the official acceptance. But thank you for recognizing me.
Okay. Next item, please.
Recognition of Police Captain Fabian Valdez for his service to the city of San Gabriel.
Item D. It's the next
Sorry.
item. Is item D, introduction for new public information.
Introduction of Public Information Officer Clara Tsang. City Manager Lazzaretto will make the presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor and members of the council. I am very excited today to introduce Clara Tsang to the City Council and the community. Clara is our new Public Information Officer. She's standing over there at the podium, and she comes to us with a wealth of experience and background. I'd like to read a couple of things about her, or say a couple of things about her, and then give her a chance to say a few words to introduce herself to the community. But Clara has had more than 12 years of experience doing public relations and communication. And the thing that was so exciting about her background is that she's worked for the federal government, she's worked for nonprofits, and also the private sector, which is a rare combination. And I think we can learn a lot from some of the tasks that she's completed in her years of experience. Prior to joining San Gabriel, she worked for the Citadel Outlets as a public relations manager, the head of all those public relations for the Citadel. She's also worked for the LA Tourism and Convention Board, where she strategized communication efforts across the globe, including directing the efforts for teams in China, the UK, Australia, South Korea, and Japan. And her background included executive positions at PR agencies from New York across the country, representing hospitality, tourism, medical, and retail businesses. So she is a very welcome addition to our crazy team here at the city. And I think you'll notice that her social media, graphics design, and her content writing skills are going to greatly improve some of the work that we do. So with that, Clara, I'd like to introduce you to the council and the community. Thank you.
Thank you for the intro, Mark. Good evening, Vice Mayor Ding, Councilwoman Manchaca, Councilman Harrington, and the community members who are attending tonight. I'm very thankful for this opportunity, and I'm very excited to be here. I look forward to working with all of you and the community and taking our communications efforts to the next level. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next item, please. Number E.
Next item is item E, COVID-19 update. Presentations will be made by Fire Chief Wallace and Police Chief Harris.
So,
Good evening, Vice Mayor Dang, members of the council, and the community. I'm Steve Wallace, Fire Chief for the City of San Gabriel, and I have, thankfully, a very, very brief update tonight on COVID. As I'm sure you're watching in the news, the numbers continue to decline across the county, and today it was announced the test positivity rate is finally below 4.5%. We also, for the first time, are seeing under 2,000 hospitalizations in the county, which has now been going on for over 7 days, and is going to lead to some good news, which as of tomorrow, masking is going to be dropped on outdoor events. We do have a new health officer order that I just received on my way in here tonight, and we'll get that up, distributed and on social media as well. Within the city of San Gabriel, I'm sad to report that we have seen 2 additional deaths since I updated you in the update last Thursday, now for a total of 229 deaths in the city, and we are just over 7,100 confirmed cases in the city. The rate of infection is slowing down quite a bit in our city, so the numbers are looking pretty good. Within the fire department, we're at 100% service delivery with our normal staffing. I do unfortunately have 2 members out with confirmed cases and 1 in quarantine. However, they all are progressing very well, and we expect them to be back towards the end of this week. And that is the end of my brief report for the evening. Thank you very much.
thank you, Chief Wallace. Next.
Mr. Vice Mayor, members of council, good evening. This will also be a very short police department briefing for COVID-19. Just to pass on to the public, we are at 100% of our service delivery and are not having any ill impacts from COVID. We are a robust voluntary vaccination record here in the police department, so that should make folks in the community, we hope, feel very comfortable. And our robust stores are still helping us with regard to our PPE, and we still want to make sure that everybody is conforming with any of the rules from CDC or any of the other county agencies. And that is the end of my report.
Okay, thank you, Chief Harris. Any council member have a question?
No questions for me.
Okay. Wait, next item, please.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. We will go back now to the recognition of former Mayor Chin-Ho Liao.
Okay. All right.
Item 2A, recognition of former Mayor Chin-Ho Liao for his service to the city of San Gabriel. Vice Mayor Ding will make the presentation.
On behalf of the City Council and the community, I would like to thank Chin-Ho Liao for his service to the city. Chin-Ho was elected to the City Council in the 2013. He served 2 terms as a mayor, once on the 2016 and the most recent in the 2021. Chin-Ho is a retired engineer who has the activity involved in the community service in San Gabriel for over 20 years. In addition to his work on the San Gabriel City Council, he has been a member of the service local community organization, include the San Gabriel Kiwanis Club, Friends of the San Gabriel Library, and the San Gabriel Historical Association, and the San Gabriel Community Foundation, and the Asia Youth Center, and was the founding president of the San Gabriel United Chinese Association. Thank you for your dedicated service to our wonderful community. Chin-Ho, I assure that we will continue to see the community event and around the city in the future. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So I saw today have a lot of people to come in, recognize the former mayor Chin-Ho Liao. First one is Honorable Congresswoman Judy Chu.
Well, it is my tremendous honor to thank former council member Chin-Ho Liao for 8 great years of service to the city of San Gabriel. Thank you, Chin-Ho, for what you've done. Now, I remember when Chin-Ho Liao first told me he was going to run. His enthusiasm and energy and love of San Gabriel impressed me so much that I said, yes, I would support him. But it was a tough race. Nonetheless, he survived. I'm so glad he did, because he has been so outstanding for the city of San Gabriel, and it's fought hard to make sure this city was meeting the needs of its residents. In fact, it was thanks to Chin-Ho that the streets of San Gabriel have been drastically improved since he was first elected. During his tenure on the council, he helped form the Fix Our Streets Coalition, which worked closely with the California state legislators and local county officials to help pass the Senate Bill 1 and LA County Measure M, which were critical in repairing and improving local roads and sidewalks. And because of Chin-Ho's advocacy in getting those items passed, the city of San Gabriel is now receiving close to $2 million annually to help improve local streets. This was really important to Chin-Ho because he knew from the very beginning of his tenure that the city of San Gabriel was suffering from badly damaged streets. And in fact, when he first joined the council, the Pavement Conditions Index gave the city of San Gabriel a low score of 40 for its index. But because of Chin-Ho's unrelenting advocacy, that score has now doubled and is now at 82. Then there's the pandemic. Well, Chin-Ho really stepped up. Early on, he established the organization San Gabriel Hope, which on its own helped to donate about 1 million PPE supplies to families in the city. But what was truly incredible was how Chin-Ho worked with 15 other organizations to help donate millions more PPE to residents and healthcare workers. At one point, PPE such as masks were being passed right here at the Mission Playhouse. and over 5,500 people showed up to get masks. And that number only got higher the more they did this. He truly made a difference in helping residents stay safe and healthy through this. And one of the things I truly appreciate about Jinho is his commitment to inclusion and diversity. After a great deal of effort, he was finally able to get the city to hire 2 bilingual staff members who could communicate to residents in both English and Mandarin. Here in San Gabriel, where the Chinese American population is flourishing, this was extremely helpful. And then, when there was an increase in anti-Asian hate, he stepped up. And in fact, I'm so grateful we had leaders like Chin Ho who fought hard to push back against this hateful rhetoric and make sure that residents in San Gabriel were safe. He coordinated with the Chinatown Patrol Group to help patrol local neighborhoods and ensure that families were safe, not just in San Gabriel, but also in Monterey Park and Chinatown. And he worked with 200 volunteers from the San Gabriel Neighborhood Watch Team who guarded our communities by reporting all suspicious activity. Of course, through the course of these past 2 years, he spoke up at many rallies as a vocal leader to help stop anti-Asian hate. And then there's his help for small business, helping redevelop the Mission District, helping to build the new Blossom Market Hall next door. Well, it's clear. Chin Ho Liao has built a remarkable legacy by working hard to make the city of San Gabriel a truly special place. Congratulations, Chin Ho Liao, on your retirement. Thank you so much for your service to our community. And let me present this certificate of congressional recognition to our former mayor, Chin Ho Liao of the city of San Gabriel.
Next is Ms. Gisela Sorio from the Senator Susan Rubio's office. Is she here?
Is Giselle Sorial in the building?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Giselle Sorial, and I'm here on behalf of Senator Susan Rubio. And I just wanted to share, she so desperately wanted to be here today to say hello to you and wish you well on your next chapter, but she couldn't make it, unfortunately, in Sacramento. But Mr. Liao, I just want to let you know, she shares her deepest regrets for not being here, but we want to let you know that she so sincerely values and appreciates just the exuberance, the personality, and the joy that you would bring to every occasion. I'll even share my personal favorite memory. It was the Beer and Dumpling Festival, and that you brought, I believe, to the city, which not only did it was the most fun and most delicious event that I've ever had here that I've ever attended here in San Gabriel. And it's just, once again, a testament to your leadership, bringing that in, making sure that all of the residents get to have this dynamic experience and showcasing the wonderful institutions and businesses that we have right here in the backyard. I just want to say, on behalf of the State Senate and just with everything that you've, just in recognition of all of the wonderful work that you've done over these years, on behalf of the State Senate, we want to recognize you for your invaluable service, your unwavering dedication to the citizens of San Gabriel, and especially in how you've just continued to represent the city and its residents with joy and grace through these challenging times. We just so appreciate your work, And I just pray and hope that this second act and next chapter is just as remarkable as your first. You honestly are just such a wonderful leader. Thank you. We have a resolution for you. It did get caught in the mail, but I promise it'll find its way to San Gabriel.
Next, Mr. Aldo Macias Arellano, Special Assistant Field Deputy on behalf of Los Angeles County Assessor Jeffrey Pran.
Good evening, Honorable Vice Mayor and Council members. My name is Aldo Macias Arellano, and I'm here representing the Los Angeles County Assessor, who unfortunately cannot join us this evening. However, Assessor Prang wanted to ensure that we're here to recognize the strong leadership of Mayor Chin-Ho Liao and his many years of dedicated public service. I am certain that leading the city through an unprecedented global pandemic was no easy feat. However, because of your strong leadership, adaptability, and positivity, the people and businesses of San Gabriel had the resources and services needed to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that is why the assessor wanted us to be here this evening and recognize your many years of dedicated public service. And I also have a certificate of recognition recognizing such strong leadership on behalf of the property owners, taxpayers, and residents of Los Angeles County. So once again, congratulations and sincere best wishes on a prosperous retirement. Congratulations.
Next one is Mr. Mike Ng.
Well, good evening, City Council of the great city of San Gabriel and members of the community. My name is Mike Ng, and I'm honored to be here tonight because when I met Chin-Ho Liao, I was serving in the California Assembly, and I want to tell you, I was shocked. At first, I thought there were 2 or 3 Chin-Ho Liaos because everywhere I attended, he was there. Whether it was the San Gabriel Kiwanis Club, the Friends of the San Gabriel Community Foundation, the Asian Youth Center, the San Gabriel United Chinese Association, where he was the founding president. Chin-Ho really impressed me because he would, whenever he spoke, everybody that was sleeping in the last row, the room would become electrified. Everybody would come alive. And even if he was the 10th speaker, his charisma, his respect for the people meant that I always had to stand in a long line just to say hello to my friend Chin-Ho Liao. And he was really a role model for elected officials. I was very honored when he asked me to swear him in for his re-election in 2017. And now I'm honored but a little saddened to swear him out upon the end of his duty here on the City Council. But I know that somewhere soon, I will be at an event, finding myself at the end of a long line, waiting to say hello to my good friend and yours, Chin-Ho Liao. Let's give him a round of applause for his great public service.
All right, next one is Miss Sandy Roscar, Executive Director, and Mr. Alexis Salamanca, President of the San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, my name is Frank Liu. I am a field deputy with the Office of Supervisor Hildes-Lease, which now incorporates the city of San Gabriel. And I am here today to congratulate Mayor Chin-Ho Liao on his 9 years of dedicated service to the city of San Gabriel. And it is my honor to present him with the certificate of commendation.
Next one is, okay, Alex, yeah.
Good evening, council members for the city of San Gabriel, residents, business owners. I'm here to present, on behalf of the San Gabriel Chamber Board of Directors, a certificate of recognition and appreciation. I myself, I have the great opportunity to know Chin-Ho in several events, and one of the amazing qualities of him was to connect with the residents in this community. He actually didn't care to go and dance to whoever it was enjoying the time at different events here in the city of San Gabriel. And that's an amazing, friendly quality you have, Chin-Ho. It is amazing to know you as a human being. This certificate is presented to Chin-Ho Liao, former mayor for the city of San Gabriel 2022. The San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce recognizes and appreciates the dedication and service of former Mayor Chin-Ho Liao. Thank you, Chin-Ho Liao, for unselfishly serving the city of San Gabriel for 9 years. With appreciation, the San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce would like to present this.
We also have received a lot of certificate of recognition from following. It's Senator Anthony J. Potentino, and the City of Alhambra Mayor Catherine Lee, City of Acadia Mayor Shou Tai, City of the La Ponte City Council, City of the Laverne Kim Hepburn Mayor, City of Murray Park City Council, City of Temple City Vincent Yu Mayor, City of La Cañada Spring Triggy. So, yeah. And currently, yeah, our all the colleagues, council members have any. After.
Oh, okay. I can start.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Chin, I just want to tell you that it was a great honor to work with you. There's so much to say, but a lot of it has already been said. I think one of the greatest legacies you leave behind is the fact that you showed courage during a very difficult time. You stood strong by the community. There was an attempt to overthrow the ballots in the Vincent Lugo area, and you stood strong with a lot of community members that wanted to keep democracy in our city. And you led that charge. I know it was very painful. I was there by your side, supporting you, encouraging you, but it was ultimately your decision. And your commitment and dedication to this city and to the community just was so overwhelming, and so, you were just so determined to do what was right and make sure that every ballot was counted. And I want to thank you for that. And I know that one day your story will be published. I know you mentioned about a movie one day that will be made about what happened back in 2013. And the only thing I do ask is whoever portrays me, just let me know in advance. But I just want you to know that you will be missed. I really cherish a lot of moments we spent together on conferences and events, and you're definitely a better salsa dancer than I am. So, you got that title. I hope you take care of yourself. I wish you good health, and your next chapter will be just as exciting. But again, you showed courage, and you did what was right, which is to take care of yourself first. And so, all my best to you, my friend.
Thank you, Councilmember Michenga.
Thank you, Mayor, or Vice Mayor Ding. Chin, I just want to say thank you for your years of service. It's been great serving with you on council. I've always appreciated your enthusiasm, your welcoming demeanor with everybody. Those are very good qualities, and I really appreciate those. I really also like the community to know how much effort and work you put into your job. I just wanted people may not see as much that you do behind the scenes, but I would agree, it's been said a lot that you have been very much involved with a lot of aspects of the community besides the council, and I just want to thank you, and just like Councilmember Menchaca said, just take care of yourself, and we're looking forward to your next chapter, so thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Harrington. So it's my turn. Yeah, it's former mayor, the Chin Ho Liao. It's you resign. Give me today. It's give me a lot of the memory. First of all, when you running the campaign back to the 2013, come to the organization, got an endorsement. So our member, everybody fully support you, and for the 13, for the 17. But that time, I honestly, that time I didn't think about running for council member. And 2 years ago, I ran a council member and got support from the Mayor Liao, and gave me the encouragement. And it's 2 years ago. When I get on board, it's already pandemic. It's not in person. It's a little bit tough for me to learning, but you also help me learning how to running the council member. And especially I try to remember when the CDBG fund come from the federal. So we work together on our community, especially for the 1,500 the business. We work to give it to them the special rough jaw. Finally, we got the response. It's 500. For the sales point, it's a really high percentage, 30%. Okay, usually just 3 or 5% when you go out if you knock the door, right? Okay, so thank you. You give me the encouragement. I work for you. It's really giving the memory, and also you also help for the paving street. Okay, that's my goal too. With finally these 2 years, our city staff do the good job for the paving street. Allow the residents say, "Oh, that's good. That's really helpful for them." Yeah, and also we want a multicultural, inclusive. So on these 2 years, we also established the new commission for the HERE commission. So we listen to our resident different voice to help our San Gabriel City moving forward. So a lot of things need to bring me the memory, and also after you resign, I tell you, for me, I want to see you all of events, see you a lot of events together. But these 2 weeks, it's really quiet. But yeah, for me, so I want to learning from you for this energy. But I know right now you make decision want to retire. So I hope you have the good retire the life, and still in the community the event. I still want to continue to see you and anything like you continue have like some suggestion for the city, yeah, call me, let me know. Yeah, thank you for your 9-year service. Yeah. So next, it's Mayor Liao the speech. After his speech, we'll have the plaque. It's a very nice plaque to give it to you.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm still alive. A lot of people call, send me email, text messages. I just have to apologize. I don't have that time and energy to respond to every one of you. But I'm here to telling you my health is getting better. It's still some challenges, but I think it's under control. I listen to the doctor now. I take medication, so I'll be okay. But thank you, all these kind words from Congresswoman Judy Chu and Mike Colley and everyone else. I just want to say, with much gratitude, I was so fortunate, in 2013 when I started. My goal is to fix all the streets, but how? There's no money. Then I got appointed to the League of California City Transportation, Communication, and the Public Works Policy Committee, and I'm on that committee for 9 years now. So I work very hard to push for SB 1 bill to pass. And like Congresswoman Judy Chu mentioned, we formed, it's called the Fix Our Roads Coalition, and we moved that model to LA County. So it was the same thing. We said, let's push for a major M. And so, yeah, both of them. We did even ask for a higher local return and from Major M. So fortunately, we have some funding for our street pavings. And of course, it's all staff's hard work. Without staff's hard work, we couldn't be achieve unbelievable PCI, that's Payment Condition Index, double the number. So I'm very grateful for our wonderful staff in the city of San Gabriel. Someone just mentioned the Dumpling and Beer Festival. I brought that festival to the National League, and they said, wow, that's unheard of. They never heard of such a thing in the whole United States. There's no city like San Gabriel has a diverse culture event like Dumpling and Beer Festival. So we're very proud of that. And of course, again, it's a staff hard work. My first assignment, as a matter of fact, is not street paving. It's called the MS4. I said, what the hell is MS4? I had no idea. And it's a storm water permit. And we didn't know how to start with this permit. We went to state legislator and asked for funding, and we don't even know how we're going to do a project for stormwater. But anyway, again, I was very fortunate, with someone that said, he knows the Caltrain, he can, give us the $12 million to build a storage at the Vincent Local Park. It's 12 acres foot, so it's a big project. But however, after a little bit study, we found out whatever buried under the park is all concrete, because they all concrete from the Freeway 10. So anyway, it's not ideal to build a big storage tank at that location, but we have a genius, Greg, who is our public works director, and he came out with a very smart design. And I think that's doable. But however, we still need $6 million. So we try for Prop 68. Another thing is maybe we can use the Major W from LA County, and we can use that kind of money to bond. But I think our city try to avoid that. But we'll just keep trying because stormwater is very important. Most of the residents don't know because if we got caught with just one contamination, it's $3,000 a day to the city. So there are a total of 32 contaminants. So if we have 32 times 3,000, that's 96,000 fine every day. So I was like, oh no, we can't not, let this happen. So we have to work on that. But anyway, this is something I still hope that we can deliver. Another thing is I'm also pro-business. I like to build St. Gabriel as a vibrant city. And if you notice, there are 6 major mixed-use projects on Valley Boulevard. And also there are a few more on St. Gabriel. And that would bring in thousands of residential units and hundreds of new businesses moving to the city of St. Gabriel. So I think that's another amazing job by our community development department. Our staffs are working tirelessly at bringing all these developments in our city. So we're very proud compared to our neighboring cities in St. Gabriel Valley. I think we're in that way we're doing much better. But of course, we have to keep going, keep that momentum going because we have to bring in new businesses and bring in new revenue, not just Jeff praying, the assessor mentioned that we can increase our property tax, but also sales tax. We bring in the right type of business, we can bring in our revenue, and so we can be sustainable. So with all that, I think our council's very capable. Right now, with such a short period of time, they interview more than 24 candidates, and they pick 2 outstanding. I believe I know both of them, Karina Rivera and Zhang Wu, and I'm sure they all will do a fantastic job. And of course, the current city council, they already done such an outstanding job. And so I have a bright hope for the future of St. Gabriel. But before I leave, I have 7 positions that will be vacant because I vacant not just the mayorship of St. Gabriel, but also the city council. But I'm also on 7 board and committees. The first one, I want to invite the current council or new council to apply for that position, and that's the League of California Cities Transportation Policy Committee. And because the current Biden administration passed that $1.2 trillion, that would bring in a lot of money for our city, because not just paving the streets, maybe local transit, also we're talking about stormwater, maybe we can have a stormwater project, but the one that I'm really working on is called the broadband. So how we can invite, residents and businesses come to St. Gabriel? We provide cheaper and faster internet service. So that is the goal. We can, actually we started doing it already, but it's going to be a while. But with all these big money coming in, so I just encourage, any one of you to take over that position. And also the federal, it's called a POMO. I'm on the POMO board, and maybe Vice Mayor Dean can apply that. He's going to National League. We just passed, it's pushed for funding for, it's called PFAS. And Congresswoman Debbie Dingo passed that. And I'm so grateful. Oh my God. Nobody heard of, PFAS before. But one thing I did tell our community people, toss away your old pots and pans, because a lot of Asian kept them for years, and those pots and pans has the PFAS has non-stick material. So actually it's hazardous. It's gonna cause health problem. So when I told them, they're very happy that they know there's such a thing. But anyway, that's number one, the League of California City and the POMO. The county, actually, I'm on the county library commission, and this is through, it's called city selection. So any of you attend the city selection, I'm sure they will appoint you to the county library commission position. Another one is the LA County Sanitation District. And we meet every other week, and it's a great program. As a matter of fact, all these positions, that's the only one that get paid. The rest of them don't. And the two more, well, actually three more. Two more is the San Gabriel Valley COG. I'm on the water board, and so water is very important issue. Probably heard about this already. We're in serious drought in 1,400 years. 1,400 years. It's not 7 years, it's 1,400 years. So we just have to think how we can conserve water and how we can recycle the water. So another one is the San Gabriel Valley EE&R, that's Energy, Environment, and Natural Resources. I want to thank Congresswoman brought in this San Gabriel Mountain Forever, and we bring that monument, and it will be accessible for all the low-income family. They can come, and children, then they can come and visit the San Gabriel Mountain. But besides that, energy, California has a new energy policy, so we working very hard toward that. And natural resources well, we talk about the climate change, okay? So it is coming, but it changes, it's not easy. So we just have to adopt a right policy and make it gradually change. Another one is the, this is a good one. When one of you become the mayor, and it's called the California Mayor's Coalition. So this group of people meet every Friday noon online right now, and we just talk about the pressing issues in California. So for instance, SB 1383 regarding the organic garbage, waste, but also SB 9, the housing bill. And but anyway, I learned a lot, and through that coalition, we can all work together. For instance, I tried and I brought it up for this coalition to support the infrastructure bill. And even though I know without the coalition, the infrastructure bill will be passed anyway. But anyway, it's very important that all the cities can work together that's how I feel. But, and, 7 positions, I would open to any one of you, start applying. But I know you all can do this, and I just so grateful again. Without your hard work, I cannot accomplish any of these things. Actually, it's all staff's work and my colleague, the city council's hard work too. So again, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And by the way, I'd like to see everyone in person finally after 2 years. So, thank you. That's all.
So, we have the flag for the former Mayor Liao. It's appreciation of the dedication and the loyal committee service the city of the San Gabriel Council, and recognize your outstanding leadership as a mayor. Next item, please, number B.
Item B, recognition of Police Captain Fabian Valdez for his service to the City of San Gabriel. Police Chief Harris will make the presentation.
Mr. Vice Mayor, members of council, staff, and Gabrielinos. I'm here tonight with mixed emotions because we're here finally together after all this time in this wonderful place. But at the same time, we're here to say goodbye to a longtime employee of the San Gabriel Police Department. 24 years to be exact. That's a long time. And I will keep it brief, but I'm hoping that it's poignant in what we're going to say about this young man. I call him young because he's young compared to me, but long in the tooth when it comes to experience and the things that we need in the police department. And it's fortuitous that we're here up on the stage in a place like the Mission Playhouse because Fabian has never met a stage he didn't like. So we're going to find out a little bit about how much a ham he is, but that hamminess has helped us kind of change the culture in San Gabriel and really move forward into the new millennium of law enforcement. And I'll talk a little bit about that. So I knew Fabian before I got here as chief back in 2016. And when I got here, it was really good to have a familiar face, somebody who could actually help me understand what the culture was, and somebody who had been here and kind of been in the middle of whatever it was that was going on and could help us identify ways to try and get out of it. So it was very helpful for me in that I had somebody that could be a friend to help me get through some of these issues. But I quickly learned over the course of my time here and working with other chiefs in other cities, it's not specific to us, it just happens with chiefs. And I passed this message on to Captain Valdez when he decided he wanted to become the chief of police for the city of San Fernando. The second San will be the first San, city of San Gabriel. What I told them was, if you choose to be, who would choose to be in this job? And I tell them that if that's where you want to go, the first thing you should do is walk out on your porch, jump up in the air, kick yourself in the face, and snap out of it. I think he did that and then figured out that he wanted to be a police chief, and he set his sights on becoming that and did everything he needed to do to become that. It's not easy. Advanced leadership courses, a lot of things you have to do. You have to put a lot of time in, and there's a lot of effort that goes into ascending to that level in a city and convincing a city manager and a city council that you're the right man or woman for the job. In this case, he was able to validate that with San Fernando, and I concur that he is the right man for that job. No good farewell to our guy, our friend, would be complete without a short story. And so I told you we would talk about him being a ham. And I had to put him on a media blackout. I couldn't let him talk to the newspaper. I couldn't let him talk to the news media, because every camera he saw, he wanted to be in front of it. Every reporter he saw, he'd find a way to be next to them. Every radio personality, he wanted to be close to them so he could be a part of whatever the story was. And that's just the hamminess within him. It kept us laughing, and it kept us in good spirits most of the time. So when the city was burning down in this one incident that we had, and it's just, everything is chaotic, and I roll out to the scene, and everybody's trying to figure things out, and it was about 200 degrees outside. I think it was dead in the middle of summer. We walk out there, and I roll up, and I see this car. It looks like the windows are frosted over. The air conditioner's at about 55 degrees. He's sitting in the front seat, and he's on the phone with a radio station while everybody else is working. And he's just smiling, sitting there happy, and kind of entertaining the radio host. And we'd later hear him on the radio, and he was really happy and giddy. But the point of the story is that I'm going to miss this ham. I'm going to miss him. We had a lot of good times here while we're here, but he's going to forge his own way and have his own good times in San Fernando. And he's going to be that leader that takes that city and that police department where it needs to go. In his 24 years, he's done quite a bit here, but I would say that the most notable was his time when he was a school resource officer, because that was his first iteration of community policing, and he was very good at it. Really started the foundation of our community engagement stuff way before we were really calling it community engagement. And so when we got here, he was instrumental, based on that experience, in forming our Community Engagement Bureau, which also includes the mental health engagement team, the mental health evaluation team, and our school and community engagement folks. And I can't tell you how excited I was to have folks in our group that would take the interest in doing things that aren't related to crime fighting and all those other things that draw people to this business. He was actually really into the community aspect and understanding what we needed to do in order to heal our community during bad times, and in order to help move forward, the piece of police work that's most important, and that is engaging with you folks, the community. As part of that, he got himself on the board of La Casa, where he got an opportunity to represent with this wonderful group that really aids members in the community when they're in times of need. And he didn't have to do that. These are things that he did because that's the type of man that he is, and that's the type of leader that he is and is going to be as he moves forward. I have no doubt that he's going to take all of these wonderful things that he's done here, some of the things that he's learned, and another city is going to be able to benefit from what we've given him here, and he's going to represent us and do us very proud. And so it is with mixed emotions that I say goodbye to my friend, Captain Valdez, as he moves on to do some other things, and I will shut it down there and let him come up and tell you a little bit about how his life is about to change. So, Captain Valdez. I take that back. Chief Valdez.
I'm going to keep it short as well. I have a whole bunch of emotions that I'm dealing with, and most important, I think I leave San Gabriel with some values and a perspective that has really shaped me. And I grew up in this city, and I consider this city my home. So leaving is difficult, but I think there's also an opportunity to grow and to I call it the gospel of Harris. And I'm going to share the chief's message of community policing, but more importantly, it's ultimately it's love. And so
and going out and doing police work, there is no greater gift someone can give than, you know, to be willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice. And you know, as long as I've been here, I've been willing to do that. And, you know, San Gabriel means a lot to me. The chief, I consider him a coach, a mentor, a brother, members of the council. You know, it's been a good ride, and I'm looking forward to the new opportunities, but I leave here, my home, very proud of what I've done, and very grateful for the opportunity to have served. So, thank you.
Thank you.
And very quickly before he leaves the stage, I think there's a presentation of a certificate for him.
It's Supervisor Hilda Solis to speak.
Nice to see everyone again. Yeah, so me and Captain Valdez, we were speaking backstage. I just met him, but speaking to him, you can tell that he's somebody that really cares about this community. And, you know, after 24 years, I think the city of San Gabriel will really miss him. And the city of San Fernando is lucky to have him. And with that, you know, it is my honor to present Captain Valdez with this certificate of commendation for his 24 years of service.
Next one is Honorable Mr. Mike Ying.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to violate any police protocols. But anyway, I could not let the evening pass without saying thank you to my very good friend, Captain Fabian Valdez, and congratulations on being selected as the new Chief of Police for the city of San Fernando. You get the symmetry there? San Gabriel, San Fernando, next San Francisco maybe, San Clemente. But seriously, Fabian, I want to thank you for being a friend and for advising me whenever I had some difficult questions when I was in the State Assembly. You've been a role model on what it means to serve the community. You served for more than 23 years, working mostly for the San Gabriel Police Department, serving at every rank, including police officer, school resource officer, sergeant, and captain. When I was in the State Assembly, you were a role model in terms of serving the community. As I went to event after event after event, I noticed that you paid particular attention to immigrant communities that often had language and cultural barriers. They really were the people that needed you the most. Your universal respect for the community, your patience, your hard work made a deep impression on me and made me know that you are always someone who can be counted on to serve the public with the highest integrity and always 24/7. Congratulations and thank you. Gracias por todo, muchísimas gracias, my friend Fabian Valdez.
Next, any council member have a comment?
Okay, I'll start. Fabian and I met back in 2005. I was just starting my civic engagement with school board, got elected in 2005, and he was our resource officer, and we just hit it off right away. And who knew, almost 20 years later, we're still here, still friends. We serve on the La Casa board. I've been privileged to also work with him. He is one of the instructors at the Rio Hondo Police Academy, and he's invited me, I think, 3 times now to speak to the young cadets. And, I really value our friendship, and I know we'll continue to be friends. You're going to be on La Casa board, I know that. You're not going to let that go. But again, it's just been, it's been a ride, like you said. So much has changed. And I remember in 2007, I think, we had a strategic plan for the school board, and you were part of that. And a lot of what we wanted, what we envisioned between the school board and the city has come to fruition. And a lot of it was because of your efforts, Fabian. You have served in every level. You have made a difference in San Gabriel. I know you love San Gabriel. And this was a tough decision, but you're reaching a career milestone, and it's important. This is where you wanted to be back in 2005, and you're there. So I'm just so proud of you. Well deserved. Stay safe, my friend, and keep in touch. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fabian, I just want to say thank you for your service. You and I have had quite a few, I would say, one-on-one conversations over the years. I'm sure you appreciate them as much as I do. I just want to let the community know how dedicated Fabian is to the community. So while we're happy to see you achieve your goal of becoming chief, we're sad to see you leave because you've been an important part of our community. A lot of times seen, but many more times unseen, the good you do. It really does come through that you care genuinely for the work you do. And I know that it's not easy work. Being a police officer is never easy work. But I think for you, it's not work at all because you enjoy it. And so when you do that, it really is just service. It doesn't become work. I appreciate the insight and the thoughtfulness that you give to the position. And I'm sure your fellow officers will miss that. I just want to say thank you personally and as a council member for your service. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Harrington. Okay, it's my turn. Yeah, actually, I first time meet Captain Fabian, and I think it's back to the 17. I have chance to join the citizen academic. Captain, it's the instructor. For me, it's really impressive. We have the good police officer working for our the city. That time I'm just the resident. But give me you are represented. For me it looks like it's more confidence. Our policeman, it's really stand with our community, help our community. Listen our community, what's the way happen. After I get on board a council member, sometimes also have the one-on-one with the captain to discuss our safety. These 2 years, a lot of people concerned too our city safety. Yes, he gave me a lot of the confidence. I communicate with our community to understand it. Any question, don't hesitate to contact our police department to help our community to save. And also thank you the 24 years with our San Gabriel City. We appreciate you help this kind of service, and congratulations, you got the chief position. I know it's actually sometimes it's hard. We lost your good officer. But also, it's good for you. The congratulations, you become the chief. Maybe next time we'll visit San Fernando, we can see you. All right, protect us too. Okay, all right. Okay, that's congratulations. That's my comments. Okay, thank you. And then we have the city, the certificate of recognition for the captain. Okay. Then we go to the next item, back to the new business number B.
New business item B, appointments to fill 2 vacancies on the City Council for terms expiring at the certification of the November 2022 general election. City Manager Lazzaretto will make the staff presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor, members of the council. I'll make this very brief. But as you're all aware, we have had 2 council members that have had to resign in recent weeks, Councilmember Pu and Mayor Liao. And so we adopted a process to fill those vacancies. And we interviewed more than 17 candidates and further interviews with 6, and ultimately arrived at 2 candidates for the City Council that the council has chosen to appoint at tonight's meeting. So before you tonight, you will have 3 actions to consider, 3 resolutions. The first one, Resolution 22-13, it makes a slight modification to the resolution that we adopted when Councilman Pu left office, just to allow a minute order to be used for the appointment of council members. It makes it consistent with the same resolution that we adopted when Mayor Liao stepped down. So the first motion would be to approve Resolution 2213. The second motion would be to approve Resolution 2214 and having one of those 2 candidates, Ms. Karina Rivera or Mr. John Wu, appointed, and then Resolution 2216 would be to appoint the other of the 2 council members. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions that the council has and turn it over to Vice Mayor Ding.
Okay. Does any council member have a factual question for the staff and clarify the report? None? Assistant City Clerk, please read any comments received.
Vice Mayor, we haven't received any comments for this item.
All right.
Looks like we do have one
I
public
take that
comment.
back.
One public comment? Okay.
I have one speaker card from Eric Chan.
Hi, I was actually planning to do this after the swearing in, but now is good too. I just wanted to congratulate our new council members, Karina Rivera and John Wu. Congratulations on the appointments, and I'm sure you'll do a great job. So, thank you.
Thank you. Before I open the item for discussion and deliberation by the City Council, I want to take a moment to thank the city staff for running the application and the selective processing for our 2 new council members. More importantly, I would like to thank community for their involvement over the past several weeks. Have more than 25 people applied to become a city council member. This is an example for how great our city is and how dedicated our residents are to community service. Have such a large and qualified group to choose from made the selection processing difficulty in good way. So in the end, after interview 17 applicants, we selected 2 candidates who will become a wonderful additional for our team and will serve community honorable. On behalf of the City Council and the city staff, I would like congratulations with Karina Rivera and Mr. John Wu on your new roles. So yeah, it's actually for me also like for these 25 applicants, it's really good qualified people. So it's more community involvement. It's very important. It's happy to see it. If you because only 1-2 seats, right? And if you're interested, I encourage you. If you're still not in any commission member, so I hope the rest of they can apply our a lot of the committee, the commission. That's my encouragement. Okay. Now, would there any council member like to start discuss to make a motion to approve the staff recommendation?
I'd like to make a motion to approve staff recommendation. Do we need to read the orders? So first is minute order 2213 to align the process between the two council members.
And I'll second.
Okay. Individual. Okay, we vote individual. Okay. The resolution 2213. A motion has been made by Council Member Harrington and a second by Council Member Mechanga. So, Assistant Secretary, please take the vote.
Councilmember Harrington?
Aye.
Councilmember Menchaca?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Dean?
Aye.
Motion passes by a vote of 3-0.
And the next one is resolution 2014.
I'd like to move 2214 to appoint Karina Rivera to one of the open positions.
I'll second.
The motion has been made by Councilmember Harrington and the second by Councilmember Mechanga. And Assistant City Clerk, please take the vote.
Councilmember Harrington?
Aye.
Councilmember Menchaca?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Dean?
Aye.
Motion passes by a vote of 3-0.
And I'll also move resolution 22-16 to appoint John Wu to the other open position.
And I'll second.
Okay. A motion has been made by Councilmember Harrington and a second by Councilmember Mechanga. And the Assistant City Clerk, please take the vote.
Councilmember Harrington?
Aye.
Councilmember Menchaca?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Dean?
Aye.
Motion passes by a vote of 3-0.
Next item, please.
The next item is item C, oath of office and seating of newly appointed city council members. At this time, I would like to call forward Ms. Karina Rivera and Mr. John Wu. I now present you with your certificates of appointments to the City of San Gabriel City Council. The oath of office for Ms. Rivera will now be administered by Los Angeles County Supervisor Hilda Solis.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Hilda Solis. I'm supervisor for the County of Los Angeles, representing the 1st District, and I represent a newly redistricted area in the 1st, and that's the City of San Gabriel and most of the San Gabriel Valley communities. It's an honor to be here with you tonight, this evening, on this very special occasion. And first, I want to thank and recognize the outgoing council members, Jason Pu and Chin Ho Liao, for their years of dedicated service to the City of San Gabriel and the residents. I've known both of them for several years and can attest to their positive impact that they both have had in this community and throughout the San Gabriel Valley. They have left an unmistakable impression on this city, and all of us are so grateful to them for their unwavering commitment to improving the lives here in San Gabriel. San Gabriel is a better place because of their service, but I also want to thank Captain Fabian Valdez for his 24 years of service to the San Gabriel Police Department. My office and I congratulate you and your new position as Chief of Police for the San Fernando Police Department. And I also want to congratulate Clara Tsang as she starts her position as San Gabriel's new Public Information Officer. And now, I would like to extend my sincerest congratulations to incoming council members John Wu and Karina Rivera. Karina is a great example of the American dream. She will be the second Latina to serve on the City Council, following in the footsteps of current council member Denise Menchaca. For the past 18 years, Karina has worked to expand her family business, El Pavo Bakeries, a family-owned and operated business founded in East Los Angeles in 1962 with 5 different locations, including Boyle Heights, Lincoln Heights, East LA, Glendale, San Gabriel, and this particular city with a mission. Now, that is a woman, it takes a woman to have a vision and know exactly where she's going to go. And she's one of those individuals that is uniquely skilled and talented to do that. Her business background will be invaluable, I believe, to the City Council and will ensure that the businesses of San Gabriel will have an opportunity to flourish in years to come. Karina's community involvement, dedication to social justice, and steadfast determination to lead by example show that she is ready to serve the residents of San Gabriel from day one. In her own words, quote, "Public service is a debt we all owe each other," quote. And Karina will work for the voice of the common person on the City Council. It is now my honor to swear Karina into office today, and with that, I would like to administer the oath of office. Karina, will you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the State of California, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations. And Karina, on behalf of the 2 million people that I represent in the Los Angeles County, but more importantly here in the city of San Gabriel, we want to present you with this special recognition and wish you sincere congratulations and wishes on behalf of the County Board of Supervisors. So please join me in applauding our newest council member.
The oath of office for Mr. Wu will now be administered by Congresswoman Judy Chu.
Well, first, let me congratulate Karina Rivera on being appointed as a San Gabriel City Council member. But I have the huge honor of doing the oath of office for our incredible next City Council member of San Gabriel, John Wu. Now, I'm particularly thrilled to do this because it was 15 years ago that I met this young, bright man who was a real estate agent in this area. And I noticed he was so active in so many different organizations. And then I noticed that he became president of these organizations, such as the Chinese American Real Estate Association, such as president of the Taiwan Benevolent Association. And he did such a great job as president of all these organizations that he was leading. So that's why I say he is going to be a great city council member. He works so well with other people. He wants to make sure that the organization is doing the best it can. So I know that he will work to make San Gabriel a better place. So I think you have a very good city council member here in John Wu, and I am just so thrilled to swear him in and to congratulate him on this next phase of your life. So Let me now administer the oath of office. Oh, okay, we have John Woo's wonderful wife and beautiful daughter here too. Such a lovely family. And so please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, John Woo, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter. Congratulations, John Woo, City Council Member of the City of San Gabriel.
Right now, we all the council members, include 2 new council members, we have the group picture together.
I invite Councilmember Rivera and Councilmember Wu to take your places with the City Council for the remainder of the meeting.
I just have some emotional words, okay? I'm really a little bit jealous to both of them because when I swear in, it's a pandemic in the audio. Nobody can show. Okay. They are so lucky.
I have a few remarks too, but I think they're reserved for later. Is that true? Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, next item, please.
Next item is public comment. We did receive 1 public comment from Ms. Chastity, Dr. Chastity Jennings Nunez.
Good evening. I'm Chastity Jennings Nunez. 23 residents submitted applications for the 2 vacant city council seats. The process for filling the seats was swift and transparent, and I applaud our city council and city staff for this accomplishment. We only need to look to our neighboring city of Arcadia to see how dysfunctional the process could be. Congratulations to council members Karina Rivera and John Wu. I strongly encourage all residents to view the interviews on the City of San Gabriel YouTube channel. The public comments on February 10th raised themes that would continue throughout the night: public safety, budget priorities in the face of limited resources, and using this process to stack the deck in favor of certain views. Public safety was discussed by every candidate, and each provided thoughtful responses that highlighted the idea that public safety embodies more than just crime statistics, and the response must come from more than just the criminal justice system. Social services that include addressing housing, employment, and mental health were mentioned by many. We were also reminded throughout the evening that our city's budget is a zero-sum item, and that funding for one program might have to come at the expense of another. In terms of stacking the deck, it became very clear that Councilman Harrington was attempting to stack the deck with new members he thinks will support his proposal that San Gabriel hire its own prosecutor to circumvent DA Gascon's special directive. I hope that our new council members will listen to the responses from Sean McMorris and Richard Shea. Cost and feasibility are the primary concerns. DA Gascon must approve the plan for a city prosecutor, something unlikely to happen. Are those supporting this idea also relying on the recall effort to be successful the second time around? Certainly, if he is recalled, the first order of business by the new DA will be to reverse all of Gascon's directives. So my question is, why are weeks of city staff time being utilized to further a proposal that either won't be approved or won't be necessary because there is a new DA? All of the final applicants stressed their desire to increase inclusion and participation by the residents of San Gabriel. Civic participation is critical to making San Gabriel a city with opportunities for all. We were asked for a slogan if we were to run for city council in November. That was the first time that I had thought of campaigning in such a concrete way, but I stand by my answer. San Gabriel is you. San Gabriel is me. San Gabriel is all of us. And that is the reason I will continue to be involved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vice Mayor, we've also received some comments from Aldo Macias Arellano, Special Assistant Field Deputy on behalf of Los Angeles County Assessor Jeffrey Prang. He will go ahead and present certificates to the newly appointed council members.
Good evening, City Council members. My name is Aldo Macias Arellano. I would like to welcome our newly appointed City Council members on behalf of the Office of the Assessor. As you may know, the Office of the Assessor is responsible for valuing all taxable property in Los Angeles County. That includes business property. And so on behalf of the Office of the Assessor and Assessor Prang, we would like to offer you our partnership and assistance as you embark on your new duties in the San Gabriel City Council. And so on behalf of Assessor Prang, I also have 2 certificates of recognition to celebrate this special occasion. So I would like to present the certificate to Councilmember Karina Rivera and then Councilmember John Wu. If you can come up. Congratulations once again.
We've also received a speaker card from Sandy Roscoe, Executive Director, and Alexis Salamanca, President of the San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce, who will also present certificates to the newly appointed council members.
Definitely this night is a night to remember for all the residents and business in our community. We are so thrilled that these amazing people have been selected as part of the council member for our city. I would like to present on behalf of the Board of Directors of the San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce this certificate of congratulations to Karina Rivera incoming council member for the City of San Gabriel 2022. The San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce congratulates Karina Rivera on her appointment to the San Gabriel City Council. Karina, we feel confident you are going to be an invaluable addition to the council. We firmly believe you will continue your commitment of service, building bridges, and representing the entire residential and business community. Your chamber family is extremely proud of you. We are here to fully support and assist you however needed. Congratulations. And also, I would like to present the certificate to John Wu, incoming council member for the City of San Gabriel 2022. The San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce congratulates John Wu on his appointment to the San Gabriel City Council. John, we feel confident you're going to be an invaluable addition to the council. We are excited to see how you will fulfill your commitment of service, building bridges and representing the entire San Gabriel residential and business community. Your chamber family is extremely proud of you. We're here to fully support and assist you however needed. Congratulations.
Next item, number 9, City Manager Report.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor, members of the council. I just want to say very briefly tonight that I appreciate the confidence that you've shown in me and extending my contract. I very much appreciate it. I also want to congratulate our new Councilwoman Rivera and our new Councilman Wu on your appointments. And I look forward to helping the entire council carry out your goals for the community. I'm here to help and make your wishes hopefully come true. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mark. Next item, it's a council comments and a conference meeting report.
I just wanted to welcome our 2 new council members, Karina and John. Welcome to the council. You're in for some fun now, so now the real life begins. So just hopefully we can work well together and get a lot done for the city. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilmember Harrington. Yeah.
All right. Well, I had a few comments. It's short. It's 3 minutes. I timed it. But I wanted to publicly welcome our newly minted council members Karina Rivera and John Wu to the dais. I know it's no surprise that the resignations of Jason Pu and Chin-Ho Liao made an impact on me. We were friends long before I was elected to council. Although we didn't always agree, we shared similar values and vision. We were committed to the community having a voice no matter their ethnicity or economics, and in improving the quality of life for our residents. Here are just a few accomplishments during our time together on council. We moved the elections to November from March to ensure a higher voter turnout, which was as low as 11%, and now can be as high as 75% based on past results. Although we were the last city in the neighborhood, council meetings were finally videotaped and placed on YouTube for the public to view even before COVID. Clearly, this has increased engagement, as evident by the high number of applications submitted for the appointment and the views during last week's interviewing process. We also established the HEAR Commission to provide an ongoing mechanism to find ways for greater equity, inclusivity, and access. And lastly, it's been said time and time again, investing and repaving our streets, which has moved us from having the worst pavement condition index to the highest in the West San Gabriel Valley. I know that those same values, vision, and dedication from my former colleagues will continue on with Councilwoman Rivera and Councilmember Wu. The baton has been passed, and I look forward to partnering with both of you, either with special projects or deliberating together during meetings to continue the forward momentum. I am delighted that your council tenure has been launched by the attendance of distinguished leaders like our DC champion, Congresswoman Judy Chu, my mentor, Supervisor Hilda Solis, and the forever honorable Mike Ng. On a personal note, I feel a very strong connection with this council like never before, even when I served on the school board. First, Councilwoman Rivera, my maiden name is Rivera too. That name is still a very big part of me, especially when I return to my alma maters, Alhambra High School and USC. So if I ever respond to Councilmember Rivera, everyone knows now why. Councilmember Wu, we now have 2 Johns on the council. My husband also shares the same name, same spelling. It's a strong name, but very, very popular. Lastly, Vice Mayor Ding. There are no Tonys or Dings in my family, but we do have a very special connection. We share the same birthday month and year. We are proud to be born in the year of the ox. And for the record, Vice Mayor Ding is 2 weeks older than me. So with that, that's all I wanted to say. Welcome, welcome to the San Gabriel City Council. Thank you.
Thank you. Council Member Menchaca. Menchaca. Okay, sorry. I'm working on it. Okay. Okay. And yeah, actually, we right now have the 2 new council members. Both of you have any comments for after your swearing?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you, the council members, and Mark for making this process easy on me. I know I was a nerve ball when I first started. So first, thank you. I would also like to thank Supervisor Hilda Solis for taking the time out of her busy schedule to be here tonight with us. And we had a great conversation in the back, and she wants to be more involved in the community, which is my purpose for being here. I also want to thank the city staff, the ones that I've met so far, and the ones that I'm about to meet. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. My family and my children, because my children inspire me to be here where I'm at today. My family that is here today, the Chamber of Commerce that has been so supportive in everything that I've done in the city, and I look forward to working with the residents. The residents are my priority, so I want you to know that I'm going to do the best that I can to serve the community the way that I think it deserves to be served. So thank you, everyone here, and the people that I didn't mention. My best friend Anna, she's been super supportive. Hi. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Council Member Rivera. I don't.
Rivera.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Next, Council Member Wu.
Yes, good evening. Yeah, I would like to say thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor Ding and Councilmember Councilmember Harrington for appointing me, and I have the opportunity to serve the city. And also my newly installed, my new colleagues, Council Members Rivera. And it's my great honor that I can work with you all and for the betterment of the city of San Gabriel. So, but not only my fellows council member, but I'm also very excited that to work closely with the city staffs. They're so dedicated, and they're trying to do the business great. And we will join hand in hand together. We will attract more and retain more businesses for our city. And I also want to take the moment, well, especially thank you, my family, my wife, Sunny. Thank you for understanding me, because I've been spending for many years for the service in the community. But now this service will even take longer and even more time away from the family. But also I cannot, make to this point without my wife's support. And today everyone see my daughter, my daughter Daphne, and this is the moment that I really want to share with her, that to remember this is now how we can work together and to make our city a bright future. So I really look forward to work with my council members team they're excellent. They are making our city moving forwards, and I look forward, just give me any comments and tell me that what I can do a better job. I'm a listener, I'm a doer, and I will just achieve and accomplish the goals with all my colleagues here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilmember Wu. Okay, I really like, first of all, the congratulations with two colleagues, Councilmember Rivera, Councilmember Wu, we right now, out of 5 council members here, and I thank the city, the Mark and the staff to help leading the processing. Actually last 2 weeks, I almost spent a lot of phone calls from the city, from the community to first of all encourage the people come out to give the application, and the second, it's everybody we choose the right person, right? And finally, I think all the 20 people, it's really good candidate, all right? And finally, because there's only 2 positions, okay, congratulations, and we have the good teamwork that our city moving forward, For I think that if people are alive, if we serve as council member, especially for me, is 2 years not in person. Right now, you finally have in person. But if you have the one council member resign, it's hard to get this kind of opportunity. Then we have the 2 council members resign. It's a good colleague too. Jason Poo, Mayor Liao, they do the wonderful job for us. But it's things happen, right? And it's good things. We really processing the transparency smoothly. Have the new 2 council members led our city, beautiful city, moving forward. And especially also today, it's in Chinese, it's called the Latin Festival. That's the New Year 15. That's meaning the meaning. It's we eating like a rice bowl. It's like a ball. That's meaning like whole family get together, share the value together, and wonderful family. For our city, it's also entire San Gabriel city. It's a good family, so it's a special day. We have swearing 2 new council members, so it's a special celebrate for the Latin festival. So let our city, it's moving forward. It's a wonderful, beautiful city and a historic city. I always proud of it. We have the 251 years of the history, 1771, right? So it's founding in the Los Angeles. So we're really proud of it. Okay. So thanks all, and I just used my own language. 今天是那个元宵节，是团团圆圆。那么在这个大家吃这个汤圆。不过我们今天的 City 也选出了2位新的市议员，让我们整个城市、整个市民大家一起来团团圆圆过这个新的一年，让那个 San Gabriel 新的一年是更加的繁荣昌盛。谢谢大家。Thank you all. So then have any no closing section, right? And meeting adjourned on the 8:31. And the next regular meeting, regular council meeting will be held on Tuesday, March 1st, 2022 at 6:30 p.m. In person, right? Okay.